Hey, what is going on, crypto people? Happy 4th of July to each and every one of you. What an exciting time to be an early adopter in this new asset class that is the digital asset space. Holy moly. What's going on with the market right now? What the world is going on with the freaking market right now? How many of you guys snatched up some dollar cost averaging crypto? I did a little something, something. I did a little something, something this morning. Got a little bit of BTC, a little bit of Solana. How about you? How about you? Tell me about your dollar cost average story. How's it coming along? How are you doing? Let me know in the comments. How is that coming along? It's proving out. The dollar cost average strategy is proving out. It's just simply the better option. It's dollar cost averaging and holding. And holding is proven out to be the better option for sure. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy 4th to each and every one of you. Interesting time for a live stream, but I did want to get one done today. Um, we'll have to see what's the status of the gym after we're done. Are they closed? Did they close early for the 4th? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. The real big wheel is in the building. Says yes, sir. DCA dollar cost average, baby. Dollar cost average for sure. So listen, this is an interesting time. Yeah. Doobie and two, what's going on? Doobie and two? I don't believe I've seen you check into the stream before. What is MegaETH? That's what we want to find out. Like, what? I heard about this MegaETH thing. I'm like, what the world? What's going on with that? Looks like it's solving some challenges in technology that is Ethereum. Whether it be scaling, whether it be cheaper fees, whether it be faster, that's what it's looking like it's doing. Big time investors backing it. Well, obviously, big time, a couple of billionaires. I mean, I don't know. I guess that's okay. I guess that's okay. What's going on, David? Or shift some of your assets into better protocols. De-risking, we call that, David, in the crypto Siege's home. We call that de-risking. It's got you got the Bitcoin, Ethereum, you got the Solana, then you got all the way down here. And, the riskier, going down the risk curve, you can, exit out some of those into some other things. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's what I did. I did that the last 3 days or so. Last 3 days ago. I got a question for you guys out there who happen to be fans of Flare Network. Did you know when you take your dirty, nasty fiat to buy some FLR tokens, you get more FLR tokens if you wrap them? Did you know that? Kind of feels like a good deal. So, did you know that if you get some of those FLR tokens from what appears to be a next level layer one, at least the people from layer zero think so. Did you know if you get the native asset to that layer one, that is Flare Networks, the native asset being FLR, did you know when you use some of that old money, some of that dirty, nasty fiat to purchase some FLR tokens, and you wrap them, you get more FLR tokens? I'm not sure. Again, I don't know. I'm not sure if that's not the best deal going on in the digital asset space right now. I would love some people smarter than me to help me work through that. But it feels like that's a good deal in terms of, if Flare token, just like everything after Bitcoin and Ethereum, is down the risk curve. That includes Solana. Solana's down the risk curve. But it feels like the Flare token, that FLR, is a good deal. I don't know how this thing is at 900 and something in market cap, like 930 million market cap. I don't know. I I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this whole market cap stuff. Like, I mean, I'm not a big fan of it. I think what's more important is the model that you have around the token, your ability to create storage demand for the asset. I think that's the most important thing. And just because something is 5 or 10 or 20 million market cap, doesn't mean people want your stuff. It doesn't mean that people are going to get your stuff and then not dump it. The model around Flare Networks to me just feels like a flywheel that is hugely beneficial to those who participate in the ecosystem with their FLR tokens, with their XRP, with their Bitcoin. That's what it feels like. And this participation feels like just teeny. You can't even measure it in terms of the risk. That's what it feels like. We'll see when it gets up there and running. When they ship everything, Steve, the real estate guy, was saying to me that I keep saying if every time I say ship everything. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure I clear this up. Flare Network says they are going to ship everything in 2024. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is what Flare Networks has said. So I have to leave if out there. I have to leave if out. Tongue Tech Foods in the building. What's going on, my guy? What's going on, Hydro? Thanks, Gary's in the building. Says sale. Yeah, 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 absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I de-risked on stuff that I was significantly underwater in. I was underwater in a bunch of the stuff. And I just de-risked, man. Got more FLR tokens, got more Solana. That's just what I did. Not financial advice. I would never begin to tell you to don't do what I do. I would never begin to tell you to do anything that I'm doing. But that's just kind of where I was. I mean, I understand how this works. I understand how it works. Thank you, Gary. Gary says, great job, Siege. You know, the reward rate is it dropping? Oh, dropping to 5%. Yeah. The reward rate says, David, the reward rate dropping to 5% from 7% on Flare. Yep. Yeah. Man, if I ever get those, when I get those FLR tokens from the debacle that is Celsius Network, woo, game over, baby. Game over. David says 8 staking rewards a month, too. 8 staking rewards a month. I got my first one because you know how you have to wait a period because you know I got my first one the other day. I'm like, holy smoke, goalless. Are you kidding me? And I have significantly more FLR tokens on Celsius than I do staking. Significantly more. But boy, I saw that staking stuff. I'm like, what the world? That's good stuff. There's my guy, Steve, the home loan expert. Did you see what I did, bro? He says, what up, Siege? Happy 4th. Did you catch what I did when I said Flare shipping everything? Did you catch it? I left that if out of there, bro, for you. For you, I left that if out. Indeed. So listen, have you been minting and redeeming your Flare tokens? Your Flare tokens. Your F-Test XRP. I have minting and redeeming, man. And I've been messing around on the Enosys Global and the DevNet. Have you? I have. And I participated in the Galxe XRPL. thing at Quest as well. Am I going to have to pull up my tweet from my guy? Am I going to have to pull up my tweet from my guy? I think I got rid of it. Did I get rid of it? Well, he said he mentioned that he was participating on Flare testing and said to ask, you got to ask your favorite talking head, are they participating in testing the F asset system on Flare networks? Because they're claiming to be utility maxes. Or are they too busy doing sponsored videos? Hey, Joseph C., happy 4th, bro. Happy 4th to you, my friend. Life is good right now. Steve says, yes, I have been on beta. Yep. Yeah, I was on the Enosys DevNet, man, testing that out. Been playing with XDeFi, though. That's nice. You've been on there? I've been on there a couple of times as well. Actually, I've done like 4 or 5 contracts. You know, they got a series of videos that teach you how to use XDeFi protocol. Like I think they're up to part 4 now. Now, I already done all that. You know, I just got on there and did some stuff. But yeah, it's got like part 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll go over all that stuff. Today is going to be, this is going to be a testing video. It's going to be a testing live stream. We're going to test all that stuff, show all the fam how it's done. We're going to talk about MegaETH because I think it's important to understand something that we have been saying from day one. Bitcoin and Ethereum is technology. It's just technology. There are going to be people who are going to come around and make it better. Period. They're going to make it better. And for anyone to think that their technology is going to be the technology because at the moment it's better than the other technologies doesn't understand how technology works. Like, you don't understand. Because Blockbuster thought their technology was the best technology until it wasn't. Until it wasn't. Every now and then we get a Napster, and every now and then we get a Spotify. This MegaETH is looking to change the game. I showed you guys all the different layer 2s and side chains around Bitcoin. I showed you guys yesterday freaking gridless changing the game for 400 million people in Africa who don't have electricity. And it's called gridless, and it's using renewable energy with Bitcoin mining. That is called advancing technology. Advancing technology is going to come and help solve problems. It's going to help. It's going to provide solutions. Gridless wasn't around in 2013. What was Gridless in 2013? It probably playing video games. The people from Gridless was probably playing video games in 2013. Or Hydrobox. Hydrobox had a challenge. Hydrobox saw a need out in Africa and said, we can help. But they needed help in order to help. And here comes this thing called Bitcoin mining. Here comes this thing called Bitcoin mining using renewable energy. Helped Hydrobox, which helped provide electricity. The goal is 400 million people in Africa that don't have any electricity. And they're taking it in a region at a time, helping 7 to 10 million people at a time. But Hydrobox needed advancing technology to help them do that. And here came this thing called Gritless. But a lot of XRP holders think Bitcoin's too slow. And it costs so much money to send Bitcoin. And don't know a thing about any layer two. Don't know about ordinals, don't know about BRCs, don't know about stacks, don't know about any side chains, don't know anything. But what they heard in 2016 and 2017, that's all they know. And they're just regurgitating the things that they heard in 2017. That is not a great look. That's right, TechFu. TechFu says, I saw the grid list. I saw that grid list. The people didn't have electricity until gridless. You're not going to hear that from the XRP entertaining content creators. It's technology, fam. The XRP entertaining content creators still think that Bitcoin is who's the dude claiming that he was the Satoshi Nakamoto dude? That's what they still think Bitcoin is. They still think it's that dude. That's what they think. They think it's that dude. That's Bitcoin. Sad. Pookie's in the building. How are you, my friend? I didn't get any notification. Doggone YouTube. YouTube, man. What's going on, YouTube? You got to get Pookie this notification so you know what's good. What's up with Solana? What are you saying about Solana, Steve, the home loan expert? Oh, you opened my mind, says Steve, the home loan expert. You opened my mind with Stack, Bitcoin strategy, and Solana. Oh, nice. Nice. I mean, look, you know, one of the things Crypto Eddie said, a while back, she said, it's a really good idea to get outside of the XRP community and learn what is going on. For real, for real. I took that to heart. I started listening to the Bankless and Simon Dixon, Benjamin Cohen, the Plan B dude, the Plan C dude, Fred Krueger, Gary Cardone. I just started Robert Kiyosaki, Raoul Paul. I just started listening. Like, what are these dudes saying? I just kept listening. And then lo and behold, it hit me. 2016, 2017 crypto mantra. It just hit me like a brick wall. Where my guy said, the reason why we mess around with these altcoins is so that we can get more Bitcoin. You understand, right? I was like, okay. I didn't understand. If I would have understood, I wouldn't have been selling like $600 and $800 Bitcoin. I didn't understand what he was talking about. I didn't know. 800 Bitcoin. Yeah, that was me hanging around 2016. I had no clue. No clue. No clue. Pookie says, yes, step outside. Kung Tech Fu, the field is wide open. So much opportunity in crypto. Indeed. You just got to understand how it's playing, how the game is working. And in order to better understand how to get, like, if you guys are not subscribed to realvision.com, like, that's a massive mistake. It's free. And then you can decide whether or not you want to pay for some stuff. But they are laying down all kind of alpha. And most importantly, it's coming from outside of the digital asset space bubble. And I think that's important. It's non-maxi stuff. It's just, this is it. This is what it is. Okay, what's the layer one that's changing the game right now? I'm not beholden to anyone. Tell me about the layer one that's changed, created network adoption, and it's going, up and to the right on this adoption curve. Which one is that at this moment in time? And oh, by the way, in a little while or in a minute, it's going to change. It's going to be another one. But in the end, aren't we here trying to create wealth and perhaps generational wealth? Isn't that ultimately the goal? That's right. Steve says, LOL, XRP has me in the matrix for the first year. Man, I saw everyone making money outside of XRP and was like, peace. I need to jump into something else besides just XRP. Indeed. Thanks, Gary. Say so you don't want to hold so you don't want to hold other crypto long term. Yeah, of course. Of course. It's just you're holding some longer than others. And for me, the way I determine which ones I'm holding longer than others is the adoption curve. The people on it, using it, and participating in it. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking Raoul Paul's model, and now I'm implementing that. I'm into implementing that. But I personally, for the vast majority of XRP holders, in my opinion, they don't have enough XRP. I mean, enough Bitcoin, in my opinion. And so certainly for me in the crypto Caesar's home, that's what I believe. So how do I leverage all these riskier assets to get more Bitcoin? That's the plan. How do I leverage those assets? How do I leverage Solana to get more Bitcoin? How do I leverage Ethereum to get more Bitcoin? How do I leverage XRP to get more Bitcoin? And then when ecosystems play out that allow me to participate with Solana, that allow me to participate with Bitcoin, that allow me to participate with Ethereum, that allow me to participate with XRP, I get more of those assets because they now have more utility. If I can do stuff with them, cool. Leverage the bull runs, take a little lifestyle chips off, whatever that looks like. What does lifestyle chips look like? We have our number. We have a number, and we multiplied it by 12, and we'll take that out in stable coins, and we'll live our life based on that monthly amount of money that we would like every single month. Yeah, whatever that looks like. But it's and then obviously with dollar cost averaging the whole time. So that we're never starting over, if you will, in the next level layer ones, like Solana, like Ethereum, like Bitcoin. So that we're not starting over from zero every time. And we take advantage of the statistical facts. Net over net return for Bitcoin, net over net return for Ethereum, net over net yearly return for Solana. Those are real numbers. The ecosystem, the asset class in particular, is higher highs and higher lows. Those things give you a net year over year return on the asset that you're holding and hopefully compounding. And Raoul Paul said it, there's going to be another layer one after Solana, but do you know which one it is? It's going to be another one after Solana. Is it going to be Sui? Is it going to be Say? Is it going to be Aptos? Is it going to be Near Protocol? Is it going to be Flare Network? We don't know. You know, Solana, what, 230-something% year over year return? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But you got to have a number in mind for your lifestyle, because if you don't, it's going to be hard. 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 So let's say you want to add, you would like to, after this cycle, to add an extra $6,000 a month to your lifestyle. 5,000, 6,000, right? That means you need $72,000. But maybe you want to add, 100,000, right? The 83 deal. So you need 100 grand for that. That's what the number is. That's the lifestyle. whatever that is, whatever that looks like. Some of you guys don't even need that much. Some of you like, an extra 3 or 4,000 is good. If I can get an extra 3, 4,000, I can hold the rest and dollar cost average into the stuff that I'm holding. Hopefully it's not a bunch of stuff. You want to hang around those 4 or 5 majors. I would, not financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do, but that's what I did. I'm just hanging around those 4 or 5 majors, right? Right. So, 6,000, that's not bad. An extra $6,000 a month, that's not bad. Right. I think that's okay. We know what the market is going to do. We already know what's going to happen. But we gotta recognize, because we have access to people like Rob Hall, who has all kind of access. The asset class is just higher highs and higher lows. That's what's going on right now. Even with the 75 to 99% Bitcoin to all the other higher risk assets, even with that, those are still the net returns, man. You can't argue that. So if you're getting those kind of net returns, take your lifestyle and compound. You only got to do this for a number of years until you're really straight. I mean, what? 2032 is going to be here before you. I mean, what the world? It's going to be here in no time. In no time. 3 cycles? I mean, that's not hard. 3 cycles. Come on, bro. You've been around for bear markets. Some of you guys been around for 2 or more bear markets. You can hang around till 2032, which is compounding. Can't you? But I do think the significant part to that is the lifestyle. We can't go through another writing something up and writing it down. We can't go through that. We've learned our lessons now. We ain't trying to do that. So we take some lifestyle trips. Me and Miss Crypto C signed our deal. This is it. That's it. It's written in stone. These are the numbers. This is the day. This is the month we're doing it. December and June. It might be April. It all depends. Those are the months. Lifestyle chips. That's what we're doing. Not prices. Not prices. Pick a month. Celebrate Christmas. Pick a month. Celebrate my birthday and Mrs. Crypto C's birthday or Mrs. Crypto C's birthday. That's it. Those 2 times. That's it. Because it's a strategy. The strategy is level up the lifestyle a little bit, compound the stuff, and leverage these net year-over-year returns. That's the strategy. Not beholden to any one asset. Nope. Doesn't matter. What assets have the best year-on-year returns right now? It's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. We didn't make the numbers up. Like, you can't count something that just launched and say, oh, this thing just launched. It's got a 500%. It's been around a year and a half and it's got 5. You can't count that. You can't count that. It's too new. You don't know what's going to happen. What if that's a rug pull? You don't know. You got to, right? You got to check that adoption curve. Stuff's got to be around for a little bit, at least two years, before you consider it. Then you got to check the network adoption. Anybody question whether or not Solana has network adoption? Anybody? How many videos have I done with you guys showing you guys? And they got all kinds of, by the way, all kind of charts, all kind of websites you can go to. You can check the real network adoption. I mean, it's all kind of stuff. It's right. You could check, or you can plug into someone who has the access and has all the tools and just learn from him. That's what I'm doing. I'm just plugging in over there, Real Vision. I'm just plugging in, right? Plugging in, hopping on there and learning, right? I don't have the access to those tools and those charts, and I don't have 30 years of global macro investing uh knowledge and wisdom behind me. I don't have that stuff, but he does. And he's got a ginormous team providing all that stuff for the average Joe and Jane. Why would you be listening to an XRP entertaining content creator? You understand? Alex Wright's in the building. What's going on, bro? Pretty good discounts right now. Indeed, sir. Indeed, indeed. David says, good strategy. Thank you, bro. Contact Fu says, compound interest is the core principle that allows our money to work for us instead of us working for money. Indeed. The principle, core principle it is, whether you understand it or not, is you are saving. You're saving to invest. That's what we do. That's what DCA is. That's what DCA is. It's saving to invest. We're in the right asset class. We're in the right space, but we got to put the right principles in place to take advantage of it. You know, I have two meme coins in my portfolio, but I have meme coins in my portfolio. You can't argue. Right now, the trending narratives in the digital asset space, numero uno, is meme coins. You got to go to where the money is. I have two. There's 5,000 meme coins a day. I got two. So I'm taking advantage of the narrative. It's either going to win or it's not going to win, but at least I'm participating in the narrative. The next one, I believe, after meme coins, is it RWAs or is it AI? Can't remember if it's AI or if it's RWAs, to be honest with you. I can't remember. But I'm participating in AI and I'm participating in freaking RWAs. I don't know if my AI plays are strong, but hey, it is what it is. I don't know. I went for the D app in AI. I don't have any render. I don't have any Akash. I don't have any fetch AI. I have none of those. I was going to really I went based AI and Pepe Coin. Those were my three AI plays. Based AI, Pepe Coin, and GTAI. Those were my AI plays. I don't know. And I did my RWA plays, Polytrade, Defactor, and Ondo. I had Centrifuge until I lost it to a scammer. But it's the narratives. In the digital asset space, it's the narratives. The digital asset space is spoken. It's up to you whether you accept it or not. You could go running around screaming that you got the answer to a problem that someone doesn't want, or you can accept that the digital asset space is spoken and said it's the narratives that are important. It's the narratives that drive the market. I mean, it's up to you. Right now, right? RWA is a bigger narrative than real world utility. Right? Real world assets is a narrative. Tokenization of real world assets is a narrative. So is AI. Oh, someone asked, what's your AI picks? I told you. Contact Fu says, based AI and Pepe Coin is my number one player. Oh, really? Nice. Yeah. So, and I didn't invest much in based AI and Pepe coin. It's a few $100s, but those were my play. But they gotta win some market share, right? It looks phenomenal. It looks like it's going to change the game. It's changing this LLM, this large language model. It's new, it's inventive, but they got to win some market share. And also, the market has to be interested in it. In other words, the narrative is that going to be the thing? Is this AI, this large language LLM, going to take it, or is it going to be the deep end stuff? Is it going to be IO.net or GPU.net? Those kind of things is that going to take the vast majority of the AI narrative? I don't know. That's kind of where I am. But, I'm safer, if you will. Those plays of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, it's spoken. Like, it has spoken. Right? I mean, Van Eck and 21 shares, they didn't file a Shiba Inu ETF, right? They didn't file a render ETF, an Akash ETF, right? Fetch AI, they didn't file any of those. Maybe one day there'll be an index of AIs, and it'll be an index AI ETF. I believe that BlackRock is all about that, but it's not here yet. But I believe that they're all about that. And then I would allocate more of the dirty, nasty fiat to those things in the index. I ain't buying the index. I'm not messing around with BlackRock. No shot. Goldman's, no shot. I'm not playing around with those dudes. If I can get the asset myself and I can put it away, because if you can't hold it, baby, you don't own it. So I'm not hanging around with those dudes, but they'll help with the narrative. I mean, BlackRock is the fourth branch of the country. Make no mistake about it. So when they speak, you can put it down. You can put it down. You can mark it, as we like to say. All right. So I'm sticking with ISO 2022 tokens until to full go date of 11/25. I hear you, my friend. I hear you. J. Joseph C says he's sticking with the ISO tokens. David says Jasmy, Velo, and Stronghold are not memes. That's correct. They're not memes. Velo, you talking about the Velo, not the Velo drone, the other Velo, right? I don't know if I ended up selling my Velo. I just entered Jasmy. What are you thinking about Jasmy coin, David? I tell me why you like Jasmy coin, David. Share with us why you like Jasmy coin. Alex Wright says, I got my Turbo Miro on Benji. I don't know what you mean. Are you saying Benki? What is Turbo Miro? Um, what's Turbo Miro, Alex? David says, took profit from AI. Nice. And bought more Flare. Good for you, bro. Where to get base? What do you mean where to get base? What do you mean Pookie Pookie? Oh, those are meme coins, Alex, right? Okay. Oh, Turbo my I got you. We'll see. Contact Fu says they say Velo on Stellar is the Asian XRP. We'll see. We'll see. Again, in the crypto season zone, we don't chase the game. We let the game come to us. You have to prove to me you can grab market share and you can create network adoption. But David, please share with us, if you're still here, why you like Jasmy. All right, so look, it's time to do some testing, fam. Solana got me and my wife free cell phone service on Helium Mobile. Kung Tech Fu sharing the game. That's what I was saying on this last night's stream and the night before. Listen to this, fam. Kung Tech Fu said, Solana got me and my wife free cell phone service on Helium Mobile. You understand what this is why they call Solana the retail chain. You understand? Helium Mobile is and Helium Mobile is a project on Solana, building out its own ecosystem. They're getting ready to get into Helium Internet of Things. You understand? Just like Devour Go, grabbing market share from DoorDash, just like Hive Mapper out there building an ecosystem on Solana, grabbing market share from Google Maps. And I should say, looking to grab market share. They got to prove themselves out. But the bottom line is Devour Go and Hive Mapper and Helium is not on EOS. They're not on Cardano, right? This is not about trying to figure out why the sun it rises in the east and sets in the west. This is not about that. This is about accepting that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Just accepting it. I'm good as long as I know that I'm good. I have no bias to east and west. I just want to know what it is. And then once I know what it is, this is where I can put my dirty, nasty fiat. It's really that simple. David says, I don't think Flare is part of any ISO HOC. All were up a minimum of 800%. Okay. So you got into Jasmine because of that? I got you. Yeah, I got into Jasmine because of the Asian play. The Asian play is the number one assets holders in the world. Asia is number one. Asia is number one. North America is number two. And I'm just playing, the Sony executives. I'm playing that. It's purely a gut feeling. I did see about 800% up on the year, which means it's doing some stuff. But I was clearly just playing that. Just playing that. Oh, see, my phone's about to go dead. Just playing that. Yeah, that might work. Shout out to all the podcasters out there in the world. Make sure my phone don't go dead here. So don't do what I do, but that's what I did. I said, no, you don't need to access my data. I'm just playing that. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so let's go into some testing. All right, so let's share so that we can prove that we are utility maxis. We're going to do some minting and some redeeming on Flare networks. Let's see. Got to get your Bifrost wallet for this, fam. If you guys don't know the website to do this, let me know in the chat. I'll share what you got. It's Costin dash FAsset dash mint dash demo. Goodness gracious. .flare .rocks. Costin dash FAsset dash mint dash demo .flare .rocks. So let's do this. Let's disconnect the wallet. Let's refresh that website. And let's connect the Bifrost wallet. If it's your first time using this, You can see here you have an XRP address with the balance of test XRP. You have a Flare address with the balance of F assets. And then you have something here called other, which is constant Flare tokens as well. You can get your test XRP by clicking here. After you click here, you want to copy your XRP address first and then click there. And if you want to get more CFLR or your first CFLR, you copy your FLR address and then you click to get it here. Let's see what's going on with the F asset agents. Let's see what's going on. No agents available. You got to kind of time it. You really do. Sometimes they are and sometimes they are not. But I can redeem some. So let's see if I can redeem. I'll do 3. Little message comes up on my Bifrost wallet. Redeem F asset. By clicking confirm, you redeem up to 3 lots of assets and receive the underlying asset. Tells me who the wallet address of the FS asset manager, the recipient, and the executor. Transaction submitted. Transaction. So I just redeemed, not many, but some XRP. That's going to take a little while to do that. See, what else do we want to play with? Let's go over to Enosys Global while we're waiting for this. You can probably just refresh this after 30 seconds. If this happens here, you can probably just refresh and you'll see that the redemption did happen. But sometimes you get the little circle deal. Let's go here. Or you can just wait. Here's the testnet DEX for Enosys Global. You can use your MetaMask wallet to connect. Make sure it says constant here. Constant is a test network, so I just got to make sure there. So that's testnet.dex.Enosys Global. Hold on one second. Let's see, where am I at? Yeah, we're getting close there. Okay. I was messing around in the liquidity pools here, but you can connect with your MetaMask, right? You just connect your MetaMask there, which is nice. You mouse over that. Constant is a test network with no real money. You understand that? So I was in here adding liquidity to the liquidity pools. And to do that, you're going to need CFLR to start. And where do you get your CFLR? You can get, see, as far as I know, the only place you can get it, they probably have a faucet here. Somebody probably knows they have a faucet. But I have been using, let me refresh that. Yeah, 1,400. I have been using get your CFLR here. And all I'm doing is copying this wallet address to get CFLR from here. Now, at every address, you can only do it wallet address every 24 hours. So that's what I did. I think they have another faucet, but I don't see here anywhere for that faucet. So I guess there might be another site for that. But what you do is you go over here to make sure it's on testnet, and then you check you're using the decentralized exchange version 3. You go to liquidity. These are the liquidity pairs, right? And so I entered into 2 pools. Let me refresh that because I'm pretty sure I entered 2. Well, maybe I didn't do the TSNFR one. No, I didn't do it. I need to add to it. So let me see here. Let me go here. So let me pick this TSFIN2. Go at the liquidity pool because I think I got some. Yeah, I do have some. See, I got 42. No, that's not it. Balance there. CFLR. I swapped for some, but it doesn't show it in the wallet that you have it, which is a little strange. Let me hit this. Songbird. Test 0.95, test experiment finance 0.01. And I think that's what this is, test finance 0.01. So, but anyway, so this is liquidity pool. This is the version 3. And I really like what they got here. Aggressive, conservative, a full, and a custom. I hang out with custom liquidity pools because I use what they call CLM, concentrated liquidity pools, CLMM. So my first one I did custom, and the second one I was going to try conservative. So I'm going to hit conservative here. You see these ranges come? It's aggressive and conservative is essentially it's custom, but they set the range to a conservative range for you and an aggressive range for you. Whereas opposed to custom, you would set it yourself. Now let's see if I actually do, if this is, because this is saying that I don't have any TSFIN2, which is, I'm pretty sure I did, but let me see. Let me put 10. I put 10, let me do 20. I put 20 constant flare in here. And it says I do have some. I just don't know. And see, that's the range. So the first thing you have to do, so this is the price range of this asset called TSFIN2, 34,873 to a range of 56,356, which is, that's a pretty big range. And that would definitely qualify as conservative. All right. So here's how we started. So I'm not going to do it now. So what you want to do is make sure you have some CFLR. Then you choose the pool. And we're going to start with the TSFIN pool, right? So we're going to start with that. So you would have to go swap CFLR for some TSFIN2. You'd have to swap some. So you can put one in there. Will that work? Yeah, look at that. You can swap just one of your CFLRs and you can get you some TSFIN. And then you would just hit swap your one CFLR for some TSFIN. So that's the first thing you have to do is you got to have some CFLR, and then you got to find a liquidity pool that you want to enter into, and then you got to swap some of your CFLR into the other asset. All right, if I hit swap here, I don't know if it's going to work with one. You approve it in your MetaMask, tells you how much it costs to do it. It's pretty cool. Axe that input symbol. I'm gonna approve it in the MetaMask there. And then this message comes up, successfully swap. You just swap constant flare to Songbird Finance. Okay, Songbird Finance, right? So now I have some Songbird Finance and I have some CFLR. You go back to liquidity. You go back to the constant FLR and Songbird Finance pool. You click on that. And what I like to do is enter the CFLR amount that I want to enter into, and it'll fill the other asset. And the reason why this is saying 0 for Songbird Finance is because I have 0.003 something or 0.004 something. I don't have a whole Songbird Finance. So I'm going to do 20. That number is going to come fill with the equal amount. Make sure I'm in conservative. The range I want is conservative. Now, it looks like I have to first approve the Songbird Finance 2 token to be spent. So I'm going to approve it first. And here it says a certain amount. I always hit the max on here, and then it'll change it to the amount that you set in the pool there. So it's the max. Hit next. Hit approve. You just successfully approved to spend the TFIN, right? Now it should, since I just approved it, it should say create liquidity, but I don't see that yet. So Let's do this. Okay. Try that again. 20. I don't know if I should maybe try and refresh it and see if it happens if I, it does say create position. So it just took a little while. So now you create the position. You got to approve the spend first. So there's the 20 again. And now it's going to say, well, no, why is it doing that? Shouldn't have done that. I don't understand. It says create position. I shouldn't have to approve a spend again. But this is all beta. Let me try it again. This is testnet rather. Max. Next. Approve. All right, create position. It says create position. Put 20 in here. It keeps going to approved, so that's not working. Keeps going to approve. It should be create liquidity. It ain't working. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong here. Nope. Yeah, I don't know. It's this one's not working. My first one worked fine. Let's see if there's something I'm doing wrong here. Song conservative. Yeah, it's not moving from the approval liquidity. It's not moving. Active position is still only one, which is the T-dust. So I guess that's the only one I can kind of share with you what I did there, because the other one is not, it keeps going to improve liquidity. Now, so this is a position where I did enter into. This is an NFT, essentially a representation of what you put into a liquidity pool. Look, it's a whole 89 cents between T-dust and CFLR, 89 cents. I like the fact that you can decrease the liquidity depending upon where you are. It's got something for your fees that you can claim, which I like as well. So it's pretty cool. And then it tells you the price range that I set here, which was 20 cent CFLR to 24 cent. And that was in a custom liquidity pool that I did. So I got some incentives. I guess they're gonna, maybe you can earn some extra stuff there. I don't know what those numbers, those letters are. But you can also decrease the liquidity. In other words, you can take liquidity out of there if you want, which I find to be interesting, which is nice. I love they got the little in range here so that you know whether or not your assets are in range, earning fees or not. You earn fees when your custom pool is within the ranges. So if the price of CFLR remains 20 cents to 24 cents, I earn the fees, rewards, whatever might be going on in that pool because I'm in range. If I'm out of range, I will no longer, because I entered a custom liquidity pool as opposed to, I think, a full range, which won't matter at all. But as long as you got the thing there, only thing you're tracking is the price of the asset. So I don't know why that pool is not working. Maybe I need to do a bigger amount. I don't have a whole lot of CFLR to do any kind of amounts. So maybe it's you need to do a bigger amount. See, do I need to do something here? Look at that. That's a creative position. So they want you to put your if I put the Songbird finance in, it lets me create a position. So let me, if I click here, Nope. I don't know how much this stuff I got. 0. All right, look at that. I put the Songbird Finance amount in. The flare came up. I just guessed that amount, 3 zeros and a 3. Nope, it did changed it again. Ah, dang it. Come on. All right. Every time I try to, it keeps going to approved. I don't understand this. Let me create a position already. So this is off a little bit. I didn't even have any constant flare on there, and it's letting me create a position. So, oh, and I didn't have a range. Oh, I must have been under the aggressive tab. It's not going to work. There was no FLR, CFLR in there. Okay, that's taking too long. We don't have time to wait, man. Let's see if I can't do it with a different position. Let's see if I do full, if I can do it that way. 0.003. Still approving. Nope, I don't want to approve it. I may have to show you a custom one. It's conservative, 0.003. It keeps saying approve the damn thing. And I don't know why. I don't know why, fam. I don't know. I don't. Let's try custom. It's custom. Let's do custom. You got to set your range. So I'm going to do 36 to, you can leave it 36 to 44. It should be telling what the current price of this thing is. What is it? 42,969. So I got 34 to 45. Let's see if this is going to let me do anything here. 20, 34 to 45, 20. It says create position. There it is. So I set my price range. I'm on custom, and it's going to let me create a position. Confirm it in the MetaMask. And there's the position there. And see, you get this little NFT, just this liquidity pool I'm in. This represents that liquidity pool. And sometimes you can burn these NFTs to exit out. Sometimes you can't, which is cool. But then it tells you all the stuff kind of going on there. The in-range things is important. Again, you can increase and decrease liquidity, 17 cents. So that's just an example of how to use this thing. It'll be nice when they're able to give notifications. You'll be able to get a notification that you're out of range as well. That would be nice. You can get a little email, a text message notification that you're out of range, and then you can come and learn some of the things that you need to learn about adjusting your ranges and stuff for sure. Or you can come hang out in our Patreon and learn how to do that for sure. So that's it right there for that test. Let me get back to the chat before I go on to another. I'm gonna put this on live chat too. Can you please drop the testnet link for Enosys you're doing? Sure. Testnet. Yeah, let's do that. Where do I want to go? There it is. There it is there. Steve, here you go. There's the testnet thing. I can't redeem or mint, says Pookie Pookie. Yeah, try a different browser. Try a different browser for sure. You're welcome, Steve. Try a different browser, Pookie Pookie. Because I find sometimes it doesn't work on Opera. I have to use the Brave browser or Chrome. So I would definitely try that. And also, what is it? Disconnecting the Bifrost wallet, then reconnecting it. But I think you already have done that before. You already minted and redeemed, haven't you? Redeeming. I'm redeeming some more. With my Bifrost wallet. There it is. Bifrost has been working really, really well for helping to test this stuff out. So there that is there. All right. So we did the test stuff. Let's see if I can't find this MegaETH thing. Fascinating, this MegaETH. All right, let's share. So I know you guys want to see what that is. Let me do that. Very interesting, this MegaETH. This is the co-founder. All right, so let me go to the MegaETH thing. MegaETH Labs, MegaETH _ Labs. Follow our co-founder and CTO, Yang Go, 1996. I have a feeling that's his birth year. Dude is really, really young. All right, so let me see if let's go to their thing. Let's go to MegaETH. Let's share that. Here it is right here. MegaETH is real-time Ethereum streaming transactions at lightning speed. Sub-millisecond latency and over 100,000 transactions per second. This is what they say they can do it. Make some calls. It's time to find a code in real time. Hope to see you soon. Make Ethereum great again. But I've been following the co-founder. I've been following this co-founder dude here. This dude right here. This is the co-founder. All right, let me share this first video I discovered here. Brother Bing / and he is the co-founder. Co-founder of Mega, advisor at Consensus, founder of Hot Pot DAO. I paid $200,000 tuition to Harvard Business School when ETH was $80. So that's the guy. He's the co-founder of this MegaETH. So take a listen to what he has to say here.
Each block, some nodes may experience a slowdown, maybe due to. Ever wonder why blockchains are often criticized for being slow? Let's break it down with a funny bunny analogy. Hey everyone, my name is Lei, and I'm co-founder of MegaETH. Imagine we have 100 rabbits running a 100-meter sprint. The race only counts as complete when all 100 rabbits cross the finish line. They start together, but not all rabbits run at the same speed. Bob may just be a baby bunny and run slower than the others. Because the race isn't over until everyone finishes, all the other rabbits wait for Bob. And this is exactly what happens in today's blockchains. Imagine a blockchain that has 100 nodes. A block is finalized only after a majority of them finishes processing the block. For each block, some nodes may experience a slowdown, maybe due to a glitch or a technical issue, or because they run on lower-end hardware. Since all nodes must stay synchronized, the whole process slows down to the speed of the slow nodes. This is known as the straggler problem. It occurs when a few slow threads or nodes delay the overall task completion. This problem is a significant challenge of scaling blockchains. While it affects all layer 1 blockchains like Bitcoin and Ethereum, some layer 2 solutions have found ways to mitigate it. If you are curious about what layer 2 solutions are and how some of them have managed to solve the straggler problem, follow for more.
He's being funny and trying to make light of YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels. But the dude's really, very smart. Let's take a listen to another thing he's saying here.
Performance issues. Hey everyone, my name Parallel EVM is the hottest buzzword in crypto right now. If you've been following the hype, you might think that parallel EVM is the magic solution that will make Ethereum great again. But here is the catch. It's not that simple. Parallel EVM alone won't solve all performance issues. Hey everyone, my name is Lei, and I'm co-founder of MegaETH. So what is parallel EVM? It's a technology that allows multiple transactions to be processed simultaneously as long as they do not depend on each other. Imagine a small town with a single lane bridge. Each car has to wait its turn to cross. Car A goes first, followed by car B, and then car C. This is how a standard EVM works, processing transactions one by one. Now, picture the town upgrading to a multi-lane bridge. Cars A and C can cross simultaneously because they are independent of each other. Car B, however, is a wide truck carrying a sensitive load of mega rabbits, needing a dedicated lane. This is the power of parallelization. Unlike traditional sequential processing, parallelization allows handling multiple transactions at the same time, speeding up the process and cutting delays. But parallel EVM alone won't eliminate all issues. There are still challenges to tackle. The first issue is resource contention. Imagine if the multi-lane bridge had only one toll booth at the entrance. When multiple cars arrive, they all need to pass through the toll booth before crossing the bridge. If there aren't enough toll booths, or if the toll booth processes cars slowly, it creates a bottleneck, causing delays before the cars can even start crossing the bridge. Similarly, in parallel EVM, general resources like memory and storage may become points of contention. Multiple transactions may need access to the same resource simultaneously, leading to slowdowns. Next, scalability and capacity limits. Imagine if the bridge itself can only handle so many cars at once before collapsing. This is similar to how in blockchains, there are limits to the amount of parallelism that can be effectively managed before running into issues like state storage and synchronization problems. Too many transactions in parallel can overwhelm the system if not properly managed. So while parallel EVM is a step forward, it's not a silver bullet. We need to address these broader issues to build a truly high-performance blockchain. To learn how we can do that, follow for more.
That's the dude from MegaETH. He's the co-founder. And I bring this up just to help remind us all that we're talking about technology here. And people are going to come around and figure out better ways to make blockchain better, whether it's the XRPL, whether it's the Ethereum blockchain, or whether it's the Bitcoin blockchain. That is what is going to happen. Solving hard and rewarding performance problems. Got some backing from the 2 billionaires, and they could just make it better, right? And again, the whole market share is out there available for people to grab. And it's just a matter of which chain is going to grab market share in what place. And I think that the XRPL ledger has a good spot for payments or currency coins. I think that Solana can have its space. I think Flare is going to have its space for market share in the data space and in AI. To be honest with you, I think they're going to do great in AI as well. But that's how it is, right? That's what it is. And so, yeah, we can talk about fees and slow, and because if we're looking at it from the lens of payments, then we can speak to Ethereum and Bitcoin because we're looking from one set of lenses. So until we're able to just take those glasses off and just see things for what they are and what they can be, possibly be, you'll put these inherent biases in, if you will, these biases, and you'll miss out. It's the way I see it. So Ethereum's going to get better. And then we got to, kind of make the decision, what is the bigger bang for the buck? And what are we going to save in and what are we not going to save in? et cetera, et cetera. And how do we leverage the risk, down the risk curve assets to gain more exposure to things like Bitcoin, that type of deal. So kind of is what it is. We'll see how it goes in the future, but that's interesting for MegaETH. I find that to be very, very, very fascinating. What else? Do we have some stuff on Crypto X that I want to share with you guys? Yeah, I'll share some stuff. Let me know if anybody needs help with any of that testing. Scepter's project coming, liquid staking coming to Flare Networks. Says here, feeling lost in a sea of liquid staking jargon. You're not alone. Mastering DeFi terms is key to navigating any project. So we built a glossary to make your Scepter experience smooth sailing. You can go there to find that out. But Scepter's coming to Flare Networks, which I think is cool. Flare put this out. Flare Networks put this out. The number that keeps going up, 10,000 plus participants have used the F-Asset demo app. And that's up. Free time today. See the future of XRP with F-Assets. The guide is in our pinned tweet. P.S. Participating in the demo app might get you a retroactive airdrop. It's not a holding competition. And they're responding to people that may have some issues, which is cool. Very responsive. Some very, very interesting things coming out of this Coinbase thing. Ellen of Terra put this out. Here is Coinbase's letter to Judge Fela, citing Judge Jackson's opinion about secondary market sales of digital assets from the Binance case. Coinbase says Jackson's ruling reinforces its grounds for requesting an interlocutory appeal in its own case. Laura here is says here, litigator and a slant lawyer at Consensus. Interesting. Former CFTC enforcement. Also interesting. Hard to overstate how Judge Jackson's Binance decision is poised to disrupt the course of SEC rulings. Until now, district courts have mostly been accepting the SEC's theories. But as Coinbase letter to the Judge Fowler about the Binance decision highlights, Judge Jackson directed several barbs at the SEC's legal position and enforcement program. In other words, she was criticizing what the SEC is doing. These criticisms of the SEC from a respected liberal-leaning judge will be highly persuasive to other judges and hopefully lawmakers too, according to Laura. The SEC's insistence that a digital asset itself is a security, quote, marks a departure from the Howey framework that leaves the court, the industry, and future buyers and sellers with no clear differentiating principle between tokens in the marketplace that are securities and tokens that aren't. Intangible digital assets do not fit neatly in the rubric set forth in the mere 7 pages that comprise the Howey opinion. Yowzers. The SEC decision to oversee this billions of dollars industry through litigation, case by case, coin by coin, court after court, risk in inconsistent results that may leave the relevant parties and their potential customers without clear guidance. This is from the Judge Jackson. So, look, it's tough out there in the streets for the SEC. That's big stuff. Everybody's calling out, and the more and more judges keep calling out the SEC, the more districts, it just gets worse and worse and worse for the SEC. I think the bigger news is this here from Ellen and Terry. Former Solicitor General Paul Clement, who represented the Loper Bright fishermen in the Scottish Chevron case, has just filed an amicus brief on behalf of the crypto industry in Custodia Bank's appeal versus the Federal Reserve. This is big. This is the same attorney that was part of that infamous case with the Chevron case. And he's filing this amicus brief on behalf of crypto and Custodia Bank. And this is going to really speak to the Federal Reserve and the nonsense that has been the Federal Reserve, the FRB, for decades. Clement is fresh off his victory in the overturning of the Chevron deference, and in his brief raises the question of whether the Fed is violating Article 2 of the Constitution by allowing Fed presidents to make official decisions. This is a big deal for Custodia, which is looking for the courts to rein in the unfettered power of the nation's central bank, which recently denied Custodia access to a master account. This is going to be a really, really, really big deal. Clement states in summary, by affording Federal Reserve Bank presidents significant and largely unconstrained discretionary power, the district court's decision raises serious constitutional questions under Article 2. Now, I'm sure the attorney, I think it's Massey, the Congressman Massey, who's been looking to rid us all of the Federal Reserve, will be interested in speaking with Mr. Clement. His full brief here. This is a really, really big deal. It's before the courts. And, you know, when we talk about questioning violations of the Constitution, that's a big deal. These are things that tend to go up the chain, you know, on its way up to the SCOTUS. And I'm sure this is where Custodia Bank is looking to go. And if we could rid ourselves of the nastiness of the Federal Reserve, that would be really, really super duper awesome. Joe's in the building, just got here. Hello, all from Puerto Rico. How are you, Joe? What's going on, Messi Leo? Messi Leo, how are you? So, yeah, so that's a big deal. That is a big deal that he stepped in here for the amicus brief. People are realizing what's really going on. More and more people are getting the great awakening about the great taking. More and more people in this sham that is the Federal Reserve System is getting called out now publicly. And this is massive. It is massive because in the end, these all lead back to old money, which is why I always say old money doesn't want you to win. The privately owned, these central banks that are privately owned, and truth be told, it looks like it all leads back to Bank of England, which everybody really just kind of sleeps on. They really just kind of really don't really pay much attention to. But who owns the Bank of England? I wonder if they just were not, you know, been harboring this bitter resentment about what happened in 1776. Who owns the Bank of England? It's not Mark Carney. Who owns it? Yeah. Who owns it, right? That's the question we need to all be asking ourselves. Who freaking actually owns that? All right, let's see. Let's see if any of you guys got any of these freaking assets that's outdoing Bitcoin. I have a couple, three, as we like to say in the crypto series home. Do you have any assets that are outperforming Bitcoin? Is this up to date? This might, I think it is. Let's see. Do you got any assets that are outperforming Bitcoin in 3 digits? Do you got any assets, Messi Leo, Joe, Pookie, Steve, David? You guys, Contact Food, you guys got any assets that's outperforming Bitcoin up to for the past year? Got any? Got any? You got any? Let's check it out. Let's check out Banter Bubbles. I'm talking 3 digits. Now, if it's 2 digits, that's still great. Like Rune over here to the top left. middle left, it's outperforming Bitcoin 80% up over Bitcoin. That's pretty good. 80% not, which is on as a project, I believe, on the open network on the Tom blockchain. That's 75%. That's not bad, right? But do you have any that are in the triple digits? This is what I'm talking about. What you got? You got anything in the triple digits in your portfolio that's outperforming Bitcoin? I believe that means it's a shot that it will continue. But even if it continues at 200%, aren't you good with that? Until the middle of 2025, I would be good with that. Do you have anything? We got undo our RWA plays up 245% versus Bitcoin. 245% RWA play. Now, this Casper, you can count it in your portfolio for the gains, but this is a new chain. Casper's new. It's new, and it's supposedly a better version of Bitcoin. Something called block DAG technology. So anyway, 277%. There's our Jasmy. Was it Steve or was it David on Jasmy? There's our Jasmy, 196, excuse me, 196%. Now that's 2 for the crypto siege. That's 2 for the crypto siege, baby. Undo and Jasmy. Arweave is 106%. BitTensor is 157%. Con is 175%. Solana, 261%. That's 3 for the crypto siege. Not financial advice, guys. Please don't do what I do. I'm just sharing with you what's kind of going on here. I don't have any dog with hat. I don't have any bunk. I don't have any Brett. But look at these numbers of these meme coins outdoing Bitcoin. It's crazy. These things have made some people in these ecosystems, I mean, some big money. But I don't own any of those. I hope you guys do. Think about that. Some nice gains. 28,641%. So is it David? Do you think Jasmy's getting to his previous all-time high? Do you think Jasmy's going to get this previous all-time high? Anybody got Pepe? That's not at 191%. That's not bad, right? Versus Bitcoin on the year. Fetch AI, 173%. Anybody got any of these? Why is this thing in the way here? I can't see this. I can't see this thing here. Is that a Kosh? That might be AKT. Probably is AKT over there. Let me see if I can click on it here. Yeah, it is Akash Network. 178% plus on the year over Bitcoin. Pretty cool. 178%. That's a pretty cool number. For AKT, I feel like I don't have AKT. I don't think I do. That's a major bummer. But that's pretty good. I don't know if these things are on discounts anywhere. I don't know if these are on some significant discounts. But what say you? Do you guys got anything in here? Triple digits? It's got to be triple digits. So we got in triple digits, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. I don't know if Floki's a meme or not. 6, 7. Akash, 8. I don't know why MSOL is separate than Solana. I don't know what's going on there. That would be 8 or 9, not including the 3 or 4 meme coins, which is Pepe, Whiff, Brett, and Bunk. So we got what, 8 or 9? Out of all, 8 or 9. And goodness gracious, how blessed are we that we were able to get 1, 2, 3 out of those 8 or 9. That's pretty good. What say you? There's fetches here are 3 digits as well. Fetch and Akash. I bet you some of you guys got some Fetch AI or Akash network. What else we got? That's it. So What say you? It has to be three figures, though. Can't be 80%. Got to be three figures. Who's got some? BNB, no, BNB is not on there. BNB wasn't on there. No, BNB is not on here. Nope. So anybody got any? Tell me somebody's got something here. I'm going to do the into the cryptoverse dollar cost average. Look at some dates. See if I can't convince one more person that the DCA strategy is the winning strategy. Anybody got any of those? David, one of you guys got Jasmine, right? David likes the idea of owning a token and you take your initial investment out, and now it's free, right? You get up 300-400%, you take your initial out. Anybody? Joe says, I have Jasmine. Nice. Who here thinks Jasmine coin is going to hit its previous all-time high? Man, I would be happy with the previous all-time high. Hey, David or Joe, you guys think Jasmine coin is going to hit its previous all-time high? Let me know. Jasmine will go up. Sony something going. Sony Den's doing it. Sony, yeah. I know there's previous Sony executives doing it, but I'm talking previous all-time high. I need a previous all-time high, Joe. I think the previous all-time high was $4.79. So nobody has Fetch AI or, oh, Diego G, what's going on, bro? I bought Whiff in December. Nice. I didn't get any dog with hat. I don't know. I was here in December. I didn't get any. In December, and this is what are we in? July. So you got some of that 34,000% return. You got some of it, I think. Yeah, so nobody has no Ondu. I told you guys about Ondu a long time ago. No Ondu, no Fetch AI, no Akash network. Man. Yeah. Man, that sucks. All right, let me go to into the cryptoverse, share this dollar cost average strategy and see if it makes sense to you guys. Hopefully I don't have to sign in again. Do I have to sign in again? Nope. All right, so you put the asset in here as Bitcoin, and then you compare in a DCA equal amount strategy. $100 in every single month. You pick a time up to the current time to see which ones have been performing the best. What does this say here? This says January 1st of 2023. That's not enough long time frame. I'd like to go back to 2020, to the previous cycle. Like we had a 2021 cycle, right? So I'm going to go to January 2020. So change the year to 2020. January 1st, 2020 till today. And we got Ethereum, we got Solana, we got Maker. So that's 54 months. If you would have dollar cost average Bitcoin or Ethereum or Solana or Maker, that would have been 54 months of investing. Well, let's see who the better performers are. Till June 30th. Solana, 2,229% on a dollar cost average, 54 months. Just $100 every month. 2,200. So you would have 22 extra money, and you'd have about $125,000. Just $100 a month. That's it. Next was Ethereum, 353% PL. End of June, you would have had $24,484. Next was Bitcoin, 194%. Bitcoin. That slow moving, highly expensive, 194% on your money. The TradFi world would kill for these numbers. They would kill, sacrifice family members for these numbers. Maker, for some odd reason, I don't know what's up with Maker, but it just seems to seem to have something going on there. 176%. Versus Bitcoin. Yeah, so all of these, Solana outperformed, then ETH, then it was Bitcoin, then it was Maker. Now, for us, we're dollar cost averaging in Bitcoin and Solana primarily, never miss those two. Sometimes we get some Maker, sometimes we get some ETH. But in the end, you could probably reasonably say Bitcoin and one other. But it can't be, in my humble opinion, it can't be Bitcoin and Jasmy Coin as the DCA strategy, in my opinion. It's got to be the OGs that have proven themselves, right? Not every OG is proving itself. If I put Litecoin on here, it's an OG. Let's add Litecoin. Let's see. Do we have the same January 2020? Wait. Right? It's an OG, but there's no network adoption there. There's no people building anything on there. It's minus, you would have lost 5% of your money. P&L, 5%. P&L, right? That's Litecoin. Cardano. Another OG. January, still got it. Cardano, 101%. 101% for Cardano. 101%. Yeah, it's under Maker, but it's 101%. Not bad. Not bad. Let's look at BNB. BNB's been doing this thing for a minute. You can't argue that. Let's check out BNB, see what BNB numbers are. I mean, all of these just add to the thesis of a good BNB, of a good strategy. Why is that not taking? Oh, okay. I need to do that. BNB. Did I add Cardano? I did. I thought I did. BNB. Whoa, 754% on BNB since 2020. That's better than ETH and Bitcoin and Maker. BNB, dollar cost average strategy. Somebody said BNB. Joe said that's what I wrote, BNB. Now, Joe, this only works in the dollar cost average strategy. But BNB 750 some percent. It's interesting to me that no one really talks about the BNB token. Is it because of so much of the stuff? I mean, you can't argue the Binance Smart Chain, can you? Can you argue the Binance Smart Chain? I don't think you can. That's pretty massive, 754%. That's pretty massive. I mean, dude's done his time. He's doing his time. I mean, Binance ain't going away. Ain't going away. I'm not telling anybody to begin the dollar cost average strategy on BNB. I'm not saying that. But you saw the numbers. If one would have dollar cost averaged in, you saw in the numbers. I did not expect that. I did not. This is on a DCA strategy. It's $100. This is how many years is that? 4 years. And it's just DCAing. I mean, I don't know. $46,000. Like I bring it up because who can't do this DCA thing? Like who can't do it? I don't know. If you don't have 100, do you have 50? If you don't have 100, you got 50, and you can borrow the other 50 from your kid. Joe called it BNB. My thing is these things kind of go down. So I'm going to change this. Now, that's 4 years. That's what have happened over 4 years. Let's change it to. We had a 2021 run. So let's change it to January of 2022. Kind of bear market kind of stuff, right? Let's change this to 2022. Like January 1st. Let's just see. What happened to BNB? Yeah. So BNB went down to 86%. Again, what would TradFi do with these numbers? What would TradFi do with these numbers? Solana, 335%. Maker, 132%. It's just something about this MKR token. I don't know. Is it because there's only 11,000 of them? I don't know. But it's just the numbers, man. It's just dirty, nasty fiat into the digital asset space. These are the numbers. I can't begin to understand. I don't know if it should be wasting your time trying to understand. Just know what the numbers are and adjust accordingly. All the OG ETH holders, you think they're happy with 77% return on their ETH that they got back in 2015 or 16? I mean, it's been more over the years, but this is where it is now, this time frame. Bitcoin still in triple digits. Still in triple digits at 111%. I mean, from 2022 to 2024, I don't think there's any other numbers you can kind of put. This kind of gives you an idea. By the way, you can use this chart for free. Into the cryptoverse.com, launch the app, and the tool is called DCA Strategies. I really want to see what this other stuff is, but you got to pay for that stuff. Anyway, just wanted to share that with you guys. Some food for thought on the whole DCA thing. Joe says my BNB is up 300% from when I bought. My XRP is up about 20%. It's just, it's just the numbers. It's just math. 300% is better than 20%. Right? I shared the strategy with you guys of what we're doing in the crypto seizure zone. Right? So it is kind of what it is. Yeah, I would highly encourage it. July is going to do its thing. I got a little bit of BTC in Solana today because BTC was 57,000. Grab some of that. Solana was 132. Grab some of that. I have a bunch of other cryptos, probably 20 to 25, if not more. Got a strategy for them. Got a nice strategy, I believe. Blessed. And leverage, into the end of this year until I think mid 2025. We'll know if it changes because we'll be all tuned in to realvision.com. We'll be tuned in, we'll be checked in, we'll be getting updates from global macro traders who have access to charts and info and all that. And we'll know, are we coming close to the top or not? We'll have a really, really good sense. But beforehand, we picked an exit strategy, which for us is a time in 2024 to take profits and a time in 2025 to take profits. And then the rest of the, improve our lifestyle by, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14,000 a month, whatever it is that we choose. That we already chose it, we already know what it is. Right? 2026 is a year for buying, in my opinion. It'll be a year for taking advantage of 75% to 95% drawdowns. Right? But the whole time we're still DCAing. The whole time. Up the bull run, down the bull run, in the bear market. We're still doing a little DCAing thing. But when it comes time to, in 2026, to get some stuff on the sheet, we get the stuff on the cheap. We get more Solana on the cheap. We get more Bitcoin on the cheap. We get more Maker on the cheap. We get more ETH on the cheap. Kind of how we see it. We'll see. And we're going to see what FLR does. Because what if FLR, what if Flare Networks is that one of those 3 or 4 new emerging layer ones that are going to make noise? We don't know. We'll see. And if it does, we add it to the DCA strategy. But it's got to prove itself. It's got to prove that it works. It's got to prove that it's create network adoption. It's got to go up the adoption, the network adoption curve. Right? It can't just be the tech. Can't just be the tech. You got to prove that you could create network adoption with that awesome technology, with your awesome marketing, with your awesome this and this and this and this. Can you get people to come? If you build it, can you get people to come? We don't set the rules. We don't sway the rules one way or the other. The bottom line is network adoption, early network adoption. In other words, you're able to get people to come and build on your stuff, and you're able to go up the curve. That's what Solana did. And it broke 3 or 4 times. And now Van Eck and 21 Shares is talking about, have filed, right? What do they call it? Has filed for spot ETFs. It's just amazing to me how they're not concerned about it having broken 3 or 4 times. But XRP entertaining content creators are. That is amazing to me. Just, you got to be careful who your teachers are. Got to be careful who your teachers are. right? You know, those who can get the wealth and keep the wealth, those are good teachers. Not those who can get the wealth and then lose the wealth, or not able to get the wealth. Doesn't feel like good teachers. But those who can get it and keep it, they have a different lens. They just have a different lens. This is the thing that's gonna, you know, Raoul Paul told the story. He said if he would have dollar cost averaged and just kept dollar cost averaging in after his initial investment, he would have done 25 times better. 25 times better than using his skills as a trader. Yeah, that's what he said. So kind of is what it is. I hope that is some good stuff for you. I hope it makes some sense to you. I love the idea of picking a time in the year to take profit. I really do like that. As long as you know that the time of the year is when the market should be up, because we know the business cycles, we know the seasons, if you will, for these runs, and in the 4-year business cycle, we know when that season is, those months are, and you can take profit in those months. It seems really, really, really good. Really, really, really good. And we'll just have to see what the profit's going to look like. Is it going to be a third? Is it going to be an amount? We'll see. But we already have the goal for the lifestyle. We got to hit that mark, right? Got to hit that mark. And we'd like to do it by months, because we know that we're going to be around for 2028 dollar cost averaging, and we're going to be around to 2032 dollar cost averaging. So we got to have an amount to be like, hold on a second. Okay. I just got 72,000 in profit, and or maybe it's half. I just got 36,000, and I'll get the other 36,000 in 2025. Whatever your deal is. Right? And then okay. 36 and 36 is 72. Now I got 72 grand, 72, 75 grand each month. This six, now you got, we know for a year we're good at 6 grand a month. 7 grand a month. We know we're good, right? Whatever that number is for you. 6,500 a month, whatever. Who knows? You may end up twice in 2025. All depends. We don't know how the market's going to do. But I believe there'll be an opportunity for at least 2 grabs, 2 lifestyle snatches. 2 lifestyle snatches, one in 2024, one in 2025. That's what it's looking like. And we'll keep you updated on it and see if anything changes. If a business cycle ends up cutting short like the 2021 did, we'll know, because we'll be all in tuned, right, with Real Vision for sure. And you guys can certainly, if you don't do Real Vision, you can check in with Crystal Seeds and see what's good. You can see what's good. All right, family, there it is. Thank you so much for hanging out, Joe. I appreciate you checking in. Diego G, big whiff guy, Messi, Leo, Messi. Oh, I love that. Appreciate you checking in. Steve, thanks for checking in, my friend. Pookie, David, Kung Tech Fool. I appreciate you guys checking in. Alex Wright, I appreciate you checking in, my guy. Who else? XRP Preacher, love your insight, brother. Smart analysis, that's the space. Thank you. You're welcome. XRP Preacher, thank you so much for checking in. I appreciate that. Thanks, Gary. Gary, appreciate you being here. XRP Kelly. Appreciate you checking in, XRP Kelly. Who else? Did I miss anybody? No, I think I got everybody. Yeah, like Steve says here, fam, like the video, subscribe, and share on Facebook and or Twitter. Thank you, Steve. Hashtags FLR, ETH, and tag CryptoSeas. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. So there it is, fam. Thank you so much for hanging out. Happy 4th to each and every one of you. Do me a favor, hit that like button if you didn't do so on the way in. Please do so on the way out. That'd be super, super cool. We always like to have just as many likes as we got viewers in the stream. And if you happen to be in that 40 to 50% of people that are hanging out, watching, and listening to CryptoSeas and haven't subscribed to the channel, if you have been enjoying those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. We'd like to get that number down from 50% to about 25% or so. That would be super, super cool. I'm going to end this one like I do all my live streams and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this, perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya. Bye.